Everybody gone, Mr. Terrell? All right, very good. Let me wait till the close. Thank you. All right, anything attorneys need to talk about? I have a Rule 22 request I need to bring to your attention, but Mr. Bolden, Mr. Yellman-Chili, anything you want to discuss before tomorrow?
Not, I guess if we could discuss this piece at the bench, it's related to something that we discussed this morning at the bench.
All right, very good. Not at the bench. I'll ask the state first. Again, is there anything we need to take up before coming back to court tomorrow?
No, Your Honor. I will be in a position, Mr. Cruz was inquiring from me if I'd had an opportunity to review Mr. Faust's statement to law enforcement. I have. I just need to, and I've identified when he makes reference to various convictions that he's had in the past and things like that during the interview. I just need to cross-reference those against the transcript that Mr. Cruz has provided. And so I would probably be in a position to do that before the jury comes in tomorrow if the court wants to address anything as far as possible disagreements we may have. Or we could do it at the end of court tomorrow. We don't anticipate playing his statement tomorrow.
Okay, so we can do it. I think maybe we should just reserve that until after we send the jury home tomorrow. That makes the most sense and best use of our time. Okay, very good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Ms. Cruz, yes. Anything else we need to take up? Okay, so let me talk about a couple of things. First of all, we are going to need jury instructions, jury charges from both parties. You can get those to Ms. Ellis by email form as soon as possible. I can certainly file them in open court if you want to hand us a copy, but she works best certainly by email. If you can get those to her as soon as possible, that would be incredibly helpful for her. I have a Rule 22 I want to discuss with everyone, and it came in today, I think around the lunch hour. The Rule 22 request, well, let me just pass it to all of you for right now. You all can take I'll just give you a copy, just make it easier to look at, and I'll give you my comments after you've had a chance to look at it. All right, state care to be heard on this Rule 22 request.
I'm sorry, Judge. I'm just trying to identify, what news organization, if any, this person might be a part of. I could have just a moment.
Sure.
Your Honor, to the extent that we're interpreting this request as a request to bring additional recording items into the courtroom, we would object to that. There seems to, in other proceedings, been some disruptions associated with this particular individual, if it is in fact the same individual, including allegations of giving jurors during a different trial that she was attending nicknames on her video blog and some other things like that. That causes us some concern. Obviously, we haven't fully fleshed that out. But certainly, I don't see any reason to introduce any additional video and audio recording devices into the courtroom. The court has already determined that all recordings of that nature should come out of the pooled camera coverage of the court proceedings. So that'd be our position.
All right. Thank you. Mr. Cruz, do you have a position?
Yes, ma'am. I would just go off the Honorable Court's prior ruling. As the Honorable Court is aware, I don't object to any media anymore. So I do want to be consistent across the board. I haven't looked them up. I do think if there are concerns that this individual has had prior disruptions in other proceedings, I do think it would be prudent to give him or her the opportunity to discuss whether or not that is him or her. But otherwise, if this trial is obviously very public, more public than I'm sure a lot of us would like. But if she would like to bring recorded materials, I have no issues up to the honorable court's discretion.
Thank you, Mr. Cruz. All right, so we are referring to Rule 22 request that came in today, and the representing firm is called Infamous Sylvia Media Services, LLC. Is somebody here representing that? Would you care? Yes, good afternoon. Would you care to be heard?
Yes.
And could you tell us your name and spell it for the record, please?
Tumisime, T-U-M-U-S-I-I-M-E.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, that's a good idea. If you'll come on up to the podium, if you don't mind, that would be best for Ms. Satterfield. Thank you. All right, if you'll start over, thank you.
My name is Sylvia, S-Y-L-V-I-A, Tumisime, T-U-M-U-S-I-I-M-E.
Okay, thank you very much. And ma'am, if you would like to be heard with regard to any of the comments the state or the defense made, you may be heard at this time.
Yes. As far as the nickname that was given during the YSL trial, the judge did give me some information on the proper way of doing things, and I end up staying even after the whole thing with the nicknames, which I corrected that. That has never been done. After that, I have done several other cases. I did the Diddy case in federal court. I've just completed another case with Brian Steele. So I am very, very much familiar. And also, I do work for other outlets. I'm independent, and sometimes I work for AJC. I may be able to, text them what's going on in the court. That's basically what I do.
All right, thank you
And
very
I'm
much.
not asking for, I want access to be able to get the feed as well. I'm not asking for me to be able to record myself. I'm just trying to get the feed to get
Okay.
people for that, and also be able to text the reporters that are outside.
Okay, all
That's
right,
it.
thank you for clarifying that. All right, I appreciate that.
All right,
All right, thank you. Anything else from the state or any questions you'd like to ask?
No, Judge.
All right, Mr. Cruz, anything else? All right, thank you. All right. And tell me how to say your name again. I'm sorry. Tumisime. Thank you, Ms. Tumisime. So this is what I'm prepared to do with regard to your Rule 22 request. It is untimely with regard, just for the record, for tomorrow, but I'm going to allow it. Your request to be able to have pool access is granted. It would be, and I'll just make a finding with regard to Rule 22D3, F2, and GI, D, E, F, and I, that having more cameras, more recording devices, and things of that nature in the courtroom would certainly be very disruptive, particularly in a courtroom of this size. It is our largest courtroom, but it is still not terribly big. And the one camera that is a pool for all of our media outlets seems to be the most appropriate source. So I will grant you access in that pool. And I have allowed all media to have their cell phones, not to take pictures, with the exception of the Red and Black and with the exception of the Athens Banner Herald, because they don't have any other sources. But for texting purposes to your media outlet, I certainly will give you that same access as other media outlets. I would ask that you make sure you familiarize yourself with the Rule 22 that's in place, of course, not to certainly identify any jurors, not to make sure that you don't inadvertently identify any of the jurors coming and going, and that you do not report on this defendant whether he is not at liberty. That is, the Rule 22 prevents all of that, and I appreciate your participation in all of that. I'll let you certainly contact the rest of the media outlets to determine how to access that pool, but I will grant you that request. All right, thank you.
I'd like to add something to that. Autopsy photos of Ms. Baker.
I'm sorry? Yes, sir. Yes, thank you, Mr. Cruz. And of course, not broadcasting any photographs of the autopsy. Those photographs have already been tendered. We have gone through some of that, those witnesses, but certainly that is part of the Rule 22. I do want to say something, and thank you for reminding me. It is not acceptable for any party, whether it's media or persons, to actually participate in the live stream from the courtroom. It is not allowed for any media person to be commenting on live stream in the courtroom or for any other persons to do so. The reasons for that are many, but very particularly participating in live stream comments and blogs of that nature during the trial in the courtroom has not only an impact upon the integrity and dignity of the court, which is 22G1D. It has a significant impact on the administration of the court, which is 22G1E. And it is certainly participating in the live stream and comments of the live stream during court proceedings, according again to 22GIF, has an impact upon due process and the truth-finding function of this judicial proceeding. It has come to my attention that there is a significant impact from social media with regard to this trial, and it concerns the court about the security of persons involved, the security of the court, the security of the jurors, and the integrity of the process. And so those are the reasons I'm making my order with regard to any comments about live streaming or doing live streaming during court other than the pool that has been allowed by the Rule 22. So I just kind of want to make that clear for everybody. And I thank you for your cooperation. All right. Is there anything else from the state we need to take up before we adjourn?
No, Judge.
All right. Thank you. Ms. Cruz, anything before we adjourn today, sir?
No, ma'am.
All right. Court is adjourned. I'll see you all at 9 o'clock. Thank you.